So this is the Earthbox I'm going to be using here. It's a brand called City Pickers. I got it over at Home Depot for $29. And you can see it's right next to the real Earthbox by Wisnet Farms. This is the actual trademarked Earthbox here. And it's got my some Swiss chard in it. So this is the City Pickers, and I'm going to show you what's inside the thing and how I put it together. So first I just kind of want to show you what's in this Earthbox. This self-watering container is what it is. As you can see, it has a false bottom in it, and underneath that is the reservoir for the water, and then this tube goes down in there. I'll show you how that works. It's got wheels, which is nice to have wheels because these things are pretty heavy. It's got your planting and instruction guide, which is useful the first time you use it. And this is a cover with a nice rubber band in it. The Earthbox actually comes with a cover that has built-in elastic, and this just comes with a rubber band. I'm not sure which one I like better. They both work. So what you do is you put the false bottom down in here, and then you just put the dirt right on top of that, and you want to make sure that the dirt goes down into these corners, and that becomes a wick that wicks the water up into the soil. And then this pipe goes here. That's your watering tube. You're going to make sure that dirt gets packed down into the corners. And the Earthbox actually has a slot in there for this to stand up, but this you have to just put the dirt around it, sort of pack it in there. So I'll show you what I'm using here. Not that it really matters, it's just a good potting soil. That's the brand. It just came from Home Depot. It was about 10 bucks for this bag. A little pricey, but it lasts a long time. Okay, so I've got about 2.5 cubic feet of potting soil in here. So I've got it kind of mounded up a little bit. That's the way they tell you to do it. And then I also have some dolomitic lime. The instructions for these self-watering containers say that you're supposed to put a cup or so of dolomitic lime in here. It's particularly important with tomatoes. I'm not sure if it really matters for sugarcane, but I've had really good success so far with everything I've grown in the Earthboxes. So I'm not going to break the spell by not putting the dolomitic lime in this time. You're supposed to just work it into the top few inches of soil. And actually, you don't have to go and buy one of these self-watering containers, an Earthbox. You can make them. There's instructions all over the internet as to how you can make them out of 5-gallon buckets and various containers. I just don't necessarily have the time and motivation to do that at this point, and I like the way these look. So now I've got that. The next thing is I need to decide how much cane I'm going to plant in here and where I'm going to add the fertilizer, because it is important. I have some 10-10-10 fertilizer. Sure, it would be great to have some worm castings and whatnot, but I don't at this point, so I'm going to go with the fertilizer. Okay, I've decided I'm going to put 2 canes in here. I'm going to put one right about here, and I'm going to put one right about here. So this is the fertilizer, just a regular 10-10-10 fertilizer. It's not organic or anything like that. So you want to put a couple of rows. cane is going to be a very hungry plant. Now right now it is October here, and about the middle of October, and so maybe not necessarily the ideal time to plant cane, but I am in a pretty warm location here, generally frost-free. Keep my fingers crossed. So there's the fertilizer in there. So now I'm going to get the cane. So here is the first cane I'm going to plant. You can see it's got 2 good shoots, and the roots are started nicely there. So I want to try not to break the roots if possible. I'd like for it to go a little deeper than that. Okay. So that's one cane. Here's the second cane. You can see it has a nice shoot here, another one here, one here. They all appear to be swelling and viable, and obviously the roots. So here we go. So notice I just covered that one up. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the water in. So I'm going to go ahead and fill the water reservoir with the hose. Silly me, I forgot to put the wheels on. So actually I'm going to put the wheels on before I get this thing full of water. The wheels just come in. Let me back that off. The wheels just come in a little plastic package, and they just snap right into the bottom. There's obviously pre-drilled, pre-formed holes. So I should have done this before I put all the dirt in, but not a big deal. Okay, the wheels are on. So here's the Earthbox after I've planted the cane, watered it in, and before I put the cover on. And this is of course the biggest, most promising looking cane. And I'll just, you'll see I'll just cut a hole in the plastic for that. Plastic goes over. Actually, the brand name Earthbox is a little more user-friendly here because it just has the elastic built into the plastic. Cut a place for the watering tube, and let's see, I need to cut a place for this cane. I don't really have to put this on here, and I'm debating about the wisdom of this with the cane, but it does prevent excessive evaporation, and it helps keep moist in there, and I and I think it's going to help the cane to germinate, to sprout. So that's it for right now, and we'll just check it every few days to see when the other canes are coming up, and I will keep you posted. This is the sugarcane planted in the Earthbox after, I think it's been in here about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. And you can see that that larger sprout is doing really well. We're getting some additional sprouts coming up here. And here's another one here coming up. And more over here. And I've put some little cilantro in there